Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of J Bros Cooking, and today we're going to be making a classic, could you say?
I think you could. We're going to be making a steak. Probably my favorite way to eat a steak, our cooking method, is off the grill. But today we're going to show you on the stovetop because we know everyone doesn't have a grill, so we're wanting to show you a way that everyone will be able to do it.
And this is per request from my coworker, Curtis.
Oh, that's right.
He wants to learn how to cook a steak, so we're going to do it a quick and simple way just for you, Curtis.
Big C. Steak is very simple in the sense that less is more. Salt, pepper, a little bit of oil, and then what we have here is where all our other seasonings are going to come in is we have a butter that we made. It's really easy. I did it ahead of time because it needs to get chilled back up. But basically, you just bring a stick of butter to room temperature. You're going to add some fresh garlic, some thyme, some parsley, a little basil. And for this, we also use, I believe, also a little zest of a lemon. You mix that all together, put it in some plastic wrap, roll it back up, and get it cold again. That'll go in once it's cooking. So we're going to start by salting our steak. It's been out for, what, about 30, 45 minutes? Kind of bringing it up to room temperature. That's going to help it cook so it's not a cold steak hitting that hot pan. So we start by putting a little salt on there. You know, hit this side a little heavy. We want a good amount of salt on there. Today we're using a little avocado oil. It's got a very high, what you call that?
High temp before it starts to burn. I think it's in the 500 range, whereas I think olive oil is still in the 300, maybe low 4s.
We don't need much. Just going to hit the pan with a little bit of oil. Now also, you can use, really whatever pan you want. The heavier pan, the better. The thicker the bottom, the better. It's going to help it keep from burning, but also hold that heat. Today we're using cast iron. Cast iron conducts heat really well.
So do the handles. Just remember that.
Yeah, that handle's going to be hot. And we're going to sear this guy off. Listen to that sizzle.
Black pepper going on.
Joe's going to hit both sides with black pepper, but once we flip it, that's when we'll add our herbed, I want to call it garlic butter, but it's got a lot of other stuff in there, so our herbed butter.
So I'm just going to flip it over.
Ooh, that's got some nice color on it.
And we're putting the pepper on this side now. You can put it on when you first put it on. I always like to do it just because the butter's going on. It's going to mix in with the side with the butter. That's just the way I do it. There's no real... You can put the salt and pepper on when you first...
All right, we're going to go ahead and add our butter here. Let that start melting in there. All right, our steak is done. Already hit that 140 and 40 degrees. That's a nice medium rare.
And so when you get into like steaks, there's so many different ways to cook it. And some people get upset if you cook it a different way than them. Some chefs at like restaurants get mad if you want their steak a certain way.
Yeah.
Whatever. Some people eat ketchup on their steak. I don't know why, but you know, whatever. If that's the way you eat it, that's the way you eat it. Oh,
eat
well.
it the way you like it, right? Now, I think I failed to mention, but this was a ribeye we were cooking. Now, honestly, we wanted something a little thicker.
Yeah, I want like a thick T-bone.
This kind of goes back to Joe's talked about it in other episodes. We don't really have like a good like butcher shop. It's like we're going to the grocery store, and unfortunately, this is kind of the stuff you're gonna get. But at the end of the day, even a steak like this, you making it yourself is gonna be so much better.
So much better.
And so much cheaper than anywhere, honestly. I mean, you know, this would be probably a $20, $25 steak at a restaurant. And I mean, I think we picked it up for what, $10, you know? So
it's still gonna be a good steak.
So let's cut into this guy, huh?
Where's my fork, John?
I didn't get you one. So as you can see, still got a little bit of pink in there, not too much. But this steak cooked in what?
I don't know, I'm trying it.
Like 6-7 minutes?
Mmm.
That's a good steak. Really simple ingredients, guys.
Mm.
Oh, are you gonna close it?
Oh yeah.
We're not done yet.
I completely forgot.
All right, so that wraps up another episode of J Bros Cooking. We got kind of carried away. Forgot to close out the video. We just started eating.
Yeah.
So good.
I got a chipmunk pocket over here.
Remember, check out our website, our merch, jbroscooking.com. We'd love it if you like and subscribe. And remember, it's always better when you make it yourself.
Thanks for watching. J-Bros out. This is some good steak right here, Joey.